What up, Metro? It's been a long time, and we shouldn't have left you, but we back. All right, Ben. I don't know about you, but I love doing this show.
I definitely do.
And it's been a long time. The holidays were great. I hope you all had a great holidays.
Absolutely. We got Christmas still coming, so it's not over. Got some more times to enjoy. But
If you like me, I love Christmas, and Christmas football is going to be insane. We'll see y'all in on that one.
Oh, yeah.
But for right now, we got to get into Louisville. Louisville versus, what is that, Toledo
it
in the bowl
is.
going this year?
And Bush's Boca Raton Bowl. That is going to be fun. I highly anticipate Louisville winning this game. I will say, no, what, really? Are we going no already?
I'm definitely going no, sir.
Against Toledo. Okay. Why? Is it just the whole feelings thing again, or what?
In their last 5, Louisville has won 2, whereas in their last 5, Toledo has won 4. I'm just
Okay,
gonna
but
go
let's
ahead.
talk about the quality of the competition.
4 in a row, by the way.
Yeah, but again, let's look. Okay, so Toledo, the last game they played was against CMU. I mean, before that they played Ball State, Miami of Ohio, Northern Illinois, Washington State. I mean,
Did they win though?
Sure, but when you look at the quality of the competition,
They
I would
won.
rather take tough games against most of our opponents if we lose, going up against a team that has played what I would consider to be, to their level, a relatively equal or subpar matchup versus what Louisville has been dealing with going through the ACC, trying to make their way to the playoffs. Unfortunately, they fell a little short. A lot
As
short.
they always do.
Well,
As they
okay,
always do.
maybe. But next year's our year. Next year's our year. It's going to be fine.
I hear that a lot from Cardinal fans.
Well,
And
coming
I'm
from
just-
a Kentucky fan, he don't even have a reason to say next year's going to be our year, because it's just not going to be their year.
Next year just might actually. We got rid of that head coach. We might just be looking at a whole new team next year. You never know.
Listen, Stein might do okay, but I don't anticipate him coming in and just going nuts and taking y'all anywhere.
Understandable. You may not see it, but I definitely don't see Louisville.
I'm
winning
just
this game.
game. We're going to beat
Louisville-
Toledo and we're going to take the bowl game. I don't see any reason why we'd lose
I
that
can
game.
give you that. I can give you that nice little pep, but no. As a diehard Louisville guy, I am going to support the Cardinals, but I will also say that they have a solid chance of dropping this game. They're just not consistent on any level. On any level. Anytime that you have any type of faith in Louisville, they always find out a way to disappoint you. Every single time.
That's just
It-
harsh.
it's true too, though. And it's like, how many times are you as a Louisville fan going to give them excuse for being subpar?
I mean, we're just going to win next year. And we're gonna win the bowl game.
Thank you. I love to hear it. I love the confidence. I love the consistency. Honestly, it's just not realistic.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look, Miller Moss kind of fell off in the second half of the year pretty bad, and I think that's where between that and injuries, I think that's where we really took the plunge, as it were. Some key games, we were missing some key pieces, and that doesn't help. But hey, look, we destroyed UK, so that was fun.
That y'all did. That was
was
a pretty
fun.
entertaining game for y'all to win.
It wasn't
But
even
once
entertaining.
again,
It actually got
it
kind of
was
boring.
it was really just. I mean, Kentucky couldn't do anything. Louisville did. I understand completely. Moving on,
We're going to get to basketball. We're going to talk about basketball for Louisville, because right now,
Memphis.
eh.
That's actually the only team that I think the only win that y'all are probably going to get this week. If we're being honest, they could still drop to Memphis. Memphis is way more consistent than Louisville, but
They only dropped one game, sir.
just my opinion. Just
We
my
only
opinion.
dropped one game. I mean,
And we're at the beginning of the season. We're not actually into the NCAA yet. You don't think that Louisville's about to have a dropping point in basketball? Honestly, y'all have a way higher chance of dropping in basketball than football.
I mean,
Y'all's football program is always great. You know, it's always something to be talked about. Y'all's basketball program, trash.
hey, listen, don't
Absolute
no,
terrible.
no.
It is absolutely terrible,
For
and
a
it has
second-year
been
coach,
for
Pat Kelsey's
years.
doing real well.
4 years, it has been horrible.
It wasn't last
'Cause-
year, and it ain't this year.
It was horrible last year. Didn't y'all get put out by an unranked team last year?
Just because we lost doesn't mean that
Y'all
was
got
bad.
put out. It was a bad loss.
We still made it there.
It was a bad loss.
Look, I won't deny that the loss
It was
wasn't
a horrible
exactly
loss.
optimal. It wasn't a pretty game by any stretch for Louisville. I'll give you that. But
Terrible.
this year is going to be a good year. It's already starting off good. I mean, 8-1 is not a bad record at all. Most teams right now are at one loss. There's not a lot of
I'll
lossless
I'll
teams
give
out
you
there that are at least in the top.
Your record looks
25.
great, but is it gonna look great?
I mean, our
come
players are doing well.
February?
It's not just the
come
record.
January.
We've had tough games. We've already had tough games early, and we've won. So let's talk about UK. You want to explain their
UK
their
is
problem?
definitely struggling and unnaturally struggling.
For such a great
It's
school.
very-
if we're
it's-
going to compare, let's talk about UK.
It's not natural for us, but we are definitely struggling this year.
For a team that did better than us last year and yet got further than we did, yet we beat you all. And not only did we beat you all, we are doing better than you all.
Once again,
This is the
Kentucky's-
rivalry here, so-
Kentucky's struggle is definitely something that needs to be addressed at a certain point during the year. Not
I think
yet,
they're just
though.
going to continue to fall
Not yet,
apart,
though.
and they're going to lose out this year.
Not yet, though.
Not
because
yet, though.
we can
What do you mean
always
not yet?
we can always pick it up. We can always pick up speed. But I
Sure.
can guarantee you, Louisville's about to lose some acceleration. I can guarantee it. I'd put every dollar I got on my next paycheck on it. Promise you, I would.
It's a bold bet right there, sir.
Very bold bet, because I'm broke. Okay. But
Felt that deeply.
all in all, Louisville has so much potential. They just always drop the ball when it matters.
Well, I think this year is not
Shooting
gonna
when
be
it doesn't
quite-
matter. When it doesn't matter is not the way to go.
I will say they need to clean it up a little bit, but they are very good at scoring. They're also very good on defense. They do really well with rebounds. I think that's one of the things that's really been helping them is we tend to get the rebounds more so than most of our opponents, which obviously is important, right, when you're playing basketball, but when you are doing it as well as Louisville does, it tends to come into fruition for turning into, breakaway points and, things like that. So I would take Louisville's chances of getting further this year than Kentucky's or a lot of teams right now. Even in the ACC, we're one of the better teams in the ACC. We're ranked number 11 in the nation for a reason.
Louisville's not going to make it very far. There's really nothing else to be said about that.
That's such a hot
They're
take,
not-
but it doesn't
it
make
is.
any sense as to why. What's your reasoning behind
History?
that?
History.
History
Yeah,
doesn't
they
always-
always drop the ball.
But history-
Please tell me the last time in the last 8 years. Let's give it 8 years. When has Louisville not dropped the ball?
All right. look,
When have they been on this nice little run, nice little streak, and then they just kept it going?
Admittedly, we've had some struggles with it, but at the end of the day, we're not talking about the past because the past doesn't always mean the future, especially in sports, right? Just because a team has a really bad year doesn't mean that their next year is going to be bad.
I think y'all's next years have been going since 2013.
Well, here's the thing.
I think it was about 2013
Here's the
when
thing,
y'all
though.
actually had a good squad.
Well, here's the thing. Remember, college isn't like the NBA, right? You're not going to have players that are there for 8, 9, 10 years. You're not building a dynasty around these guys. You're fighting to get a couple of years out of them before they move off to the NBA, right?
Understood.
So your window is very short, no matter what. Every year, your window is essentially in that year. Now, it comes down to other factors beyond that, including coaching. But at the end of the day, it's not as simple as, oh, okay, well, if we don't get it this year, in 2 or 3 years, we'll build up until we can get it. It doesn't work that way in college. Either you recruit and you get some good players and you, as a coach, go in and you get control of the team, you get them playing like they need to play, or they fall apart, right? There's no, okay, well, it's not this year, it's next year. It's never going to be that way in college because you can't build around a dynasty player. It doesn't exist in college. So,
Which is why you should probably make this year your best year.
And that's
the
what I
year
think
after
we're
that.
gonna do.
But, yeah, I doubt it. Once again, history. But
see, history, that argues history. History would then mean that history
That's what
would
I'm
be
doing.
something longevity. History,
I'm
it
arguing.
constantly changes.
no, history doesn't change.
When it
It
comes,
actually
each
cements.
season
But-
constantly change, right? Each season, every time you get new players coming in. So in college, the history of college sports, it's not exactly the easiest to sit there and say, okay, well, history is going to tell the story when each year was a different team.
History's not the only thing telling the story. Louisville is garbage. Look, I try so hard not to down my city sports, but you make it very hard on this show, sir. You make it very,
you choose to
very
make it hard, sir, because
not-
you gotta bash. You gotta bash.
I don't have to bash.
Well, then
That's what I'm
don't.
saying. I'm trying to
Acknowledge
big
it.
up while also saying they need to get it together. But
Yes.
you're making me say what I don't want to say, which is they're actually horrible.
They're not,
actually
though.
they're actually not that great. And every year we think that they are great. Every year they start off so strong. They may drop a couple of games here and there, and blah blah. But they always end up going on this little streak where they can't get a win. They can't even sniff one. This is what happens to Louisville every year. I try not to go on these rants, Metro. I swear I do. I know y'all don't like
so
hearing me.
hard. Try so hard.
He does this to me on purpose. Like, it's on purpose, and I'm sick of it. Louisville is not a consistent team, basketball or football. A little bit less on football, but regardless, there's always a dropping point.
Didn't say they were consistent, but they are right now.
I called the college football dropping point. Now, did I not?
You did.
I said that they were about to start losing, and they dropped about three games straight. When I tell you, come around January, February, we're going to be looking at Louisville like, what happened? And it's not, and it's everybody's fault but theirs for some reason. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't agree with that. At the end of the day, it is their
No,
fault.
for a Louisville fan, it's never their fault. It's always some excuse.
Look, I'm not irrational enough to say that it's not their fault. At the end of the day, they do it to themselves. Either they underplay, or they just give up, or they just get too arrogant and they wind up like a game against UK. They had 2 different times they had huge leads, and they just got a little bit cocky with it, I feel like, and they almost blew that game. Should have never done it, but they did.
I couldn't get him to admit this the last time we were talking about it, so I love it. Go ahead.
Look, well, there's got to be a little controversy, right? We can't just have it straightforward and boring. So
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is Kentucky goes up by 20 points. You best believe you're not coming back. You're not coming back.
Kentucky been struggling this year. I don't know. This year, I don't know.
All right, foot on the necks. But moving on, sir.
Let's do it.
We got some professional sports to talk about too.
Of
We had
course
Thursday
we
night
do.
football, and it was the Bucks and the Falcons.
Oh, that was a heartbreaker for the Bucks fans.
I called it,
honestly,
and I am such a Baker Mayfield fan.
Honestly,
I knew they were going to drop this game.
I thought maybe they would be able to hold that lead when they were at 28-14. I was like, you know what, they might just pull this out because the Falcons weren't playing that great. And then Kirk Cousins showed a little bit of what Kirk Cousins has done in the past, and he started throwing the ball.
And
The offensive line, though, let's be clear, that offensive line
the accuracy
gave him
yes.
some time.
Gave him some time, and he made it count every time. The accuracy that he was showing out there last night was amazing.
Do you think if Penix was out there, it would have ended that way?
No. Penix would have been out there looking foolish, and we would have dropped that game.
So maybe do they look at, you think they should maybe look at reconsidering if Penix starts for him next year?
Look.
If it was between him and Kirk Cousins?
All I'm saying is all of these old people that we are trying to count out are all showing out this year.
They are.
They are all showing out. Aaron Rodgers, Joe Flacco, all of them.
We have someone even better coming, though. Phillip
Old man Rivers. Yes, sir.
44 years old, and he is coming back to the Colts, and maybe is starting this Sunday. I don't even know what to think about that. But, man.
I know what to think about it. This is going to be amazing, and I got him for 250 yards plus. He's about to throw out of his mind.
You think?
Yes. Jonathan Taylor does not get the tutty. This is
Really?
not he's gonna drive down the field like he always does, but old man Rivers, he's gonna have at least 3 passing touchdowns, 250 yards, and the Colts win by at least 5.
You know what? I hope so. I hope you're right.
Yes,
really
I want to
do.
see it.
I
gotta
want to
see
see
it.
him come back in. Imagine they actually somehow go into the playoffs. Imagine he wins the Super Bowl with them. Would that not be like the wildest possible story? The Colts started Daniel Jones, went on a little bit of a rampage for a while, one of the most dominant teams in the NFL. Then they had a fall off. Daniel Jones gets hurt. He's out for the year. Boom. Let's go grab Rivers. Let's bring him back. They reach out. They get him to come back to the practice squad. Then they maybe go ahead and start him. And then, they go to the playoffs. And right now, Rivers has a lot of work to do because this is not an easy division right now. You got the Jaguars and the Texans. All three of them and the Colts are competing for a spot, not only to win the division, but at the very least into the wild card.
I think the Colts have the answer for the Texans, though. That Texans defense is nasty, but I do think that the Colts offense is something that
Here's my only concern
struggle
about
with.
the Colts in Phillip Rivers is he's not mobile. He has no mobility. He never has.
Don't need to be.
Well, you do in this league, and especially when you're going up against teams that are going to throw a lot of pressure at you.
Would you call Aaron Rodgers or Joe Flacco mobile quarterbacks?
No.
And they have thrived in this league this season. So
Kind of.
No.
Kind of.
No kind of.
Yeah.
No kind
yes,
of.
Sir. Joe Flacco wasn't
Joe
winning
Flacco
games.
Joe Flacco has
He
been
wasn't
immaculate
winning
though.
games, though.
Winning games has everything to do with the team,
It
not
does.
just the quarterback.
But when we're talking about quarterbacks as a whole and thriving in the league, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're thriving. Rodgers has not exactly had a stellar year.
But he hasn't had the most stellar one, but he has definitely had an effective one. And Joe Flacco's year, I don't care what anybody says. It's been a wild one. And
His year
this is
has
somebody
been
who was
crazy.
saying that has been saying Joe Flacco should have never been started on the Cleveland Browns. This is somebody that down-talked Flacco the entire beginning of the season. That was me. I will say that Joe Flacco's year has been a wild, immaculate ride.
Especially
I love
after
to see
he
it.
left Cleveland.
Yes.
Cleveland wasn't great, but when he got to Cincinnati,
Somebody needs to investigate the Cleveland Browns, and I am so sick of
I'm
it.
pretty sure it's already been done about half a dozen times in the past.
Do it
feels
again.
like.
Bring the FBI in. Somebody get Kevin Stefanski up out of there. There is absolutely not one reason why the Browns are the team that they are. Not anymore. I don't see it anymore. Other than Kevin Stefanski is horrible, or he's gambling. He's a betting man. That's what it is.
You're tanking the season. Well, my thing too with it is the Browns have for so long been so poor, and a lot of teams have had rough years, but they always have a couple of good years here and there. Cleveland is very, 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 very rare.
Look, Cleveland with the right coach, Shador Sanders at the helm, Myles Garrett leading the defense. I see the Browns having a year just like the Patriots just did.
Ooh, no.
Yes, I do.
They
have the receiving core.
No,
they definitely
they
do.
don't. They
Jerry
need-
Jeudy is definitely out there. As long as he can get the accurate pass, Jerry Judy's going to make something happen.
Jerry Jeudy can't do it by himself. And sir, the
Well,
rest of those
I didn't.
receivers-
I was not just David Njoku at the tight end.
Look, they're good. They're good.
They have
But you
what
need-
it takes.
You need somebody else. You absolutely need somebody else.
You have a good,
The
you have a
draft
good
is
running
going to
back.
be a
You have
good-
two good receivers, and you have a great quarterback, and you have a good defense.
I wouldn't say great receivers. I wouldn't say even.
Yeah, I'd say
No.
some pretty great.
The
receivers.
reason their numbers are good is because they're the only main targets that he has to throw to. Njoku, obviously, he's a good tight end. I wouldn't say he's one of the great tight ends, but he's a good tight end.
He's a good tight end to be able to throw to.
Sure,
he's a
and
good. Jerry
but-
Jeudy is a yards after catch magnet.
But the problem is when you only have one primary receiver, just like a lot of teams this year, and I've said it over and over, you need a number two. You don't have a good number two in Cleveland. Nobody knows who number two is half the time. You need somebody to pair up with Jerry Jeudy. Otherwise, Jerry Jeudy is just going to get covered.
I also
like he
mentioned
has been.
I also mentioned the coaching. That has a lot to do with
The culture, definitely. Cleveland is not a. It's just as a whole is not great.
If they get it all together, next year we could be looking at a completely different Cleveland Browns team.
We could.
I think that with Shador at the helm, they could definitely make something happen. They finally have a QB that I think could definitely make a game change on their team. I don't care. Joe Flacco was not the answer.
He was
Dylan
a fill-in.
Gabriel was definitely not the answer.
But now we know he's not the answer. So now Shador's time is here.
And Shador's doing numbers, and I love to see it.
But he's on a team that destroys the hopes, dreams, and wishes of the fans and the
I think he
quarterback.
can be the one to change that. I think
I
he can
hope so.
definitely be that.
Honestly, I will always say that I would not mind seeing Cleveland doing well. They're one of those teams that I feel like anybody can root for because it's Cleveland. They're horrible. They've always been horrible, and I lived up there for years, and I was around the fan base, and I seen how much heart they had, but like every year, it's just like they're all into it, and then it's just like, well, we know how it's going to go.
Well, you know
They
me.
need something different. They need more than Shador. They need to get some people in the draft that are going to be electrifying, that can actually make some big plays, because Jerry Jeudy just isn't it by himself. David Njoku, he's another good player, but he's the two of them together, while they're effective, you need another good receiver. And you got to get that.
I think they can definitely get that throughout the draft.
Oh,
next year.
for sure.
But
There's a couple of guys that I can
you
think
know
of.
me. I always pick out an underdog for the year to go support.
Well, Cleveland.
The Dolphins are always my team, but this year it was the Bears for my underdog.
Disgusting.
And the Bears have been doing immaculate work.
I know,
Perfect
which is
work.
what makes the NFC North so frustrating this year.
Perfect
but
work.
Losing to Green Bay was nice.
Honestly, I can give y'all that win specifically because the Bears actually showed up. They played. Y'all just outplayed them. But that's
I'll
the
take
only
it.
reason y'all get that win.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to outplay your opponent.
Yeah, that's what
So-
they did. I hate the games where you can tell that the other team just didn't try. The other team didn't try, and then you just pull it out. Okay, you didn't deserve that win, but you have it. And that's pretty much how the Broncos have been winning all season, and I hate it. I hate it with a hot passion.
Yeah, that's fair. Although I think the Broncos are going to continue to win.
I think they
frustrating.
are too, and it's horrible. It's
It's
a
gonna be-
horrible sight.
It's going to be these weird, like, close score games. They're going to win. They're going to make the comeback, or they're going to just hold on to the lead by the skin of their teeth. And like they're probably.
They're about to be a problem for y'all next week, sir.
Yeah.
Y'all are about to
Well,
have to figure out how to work that Broncos defense to y'all's advantage. Because in my head, that's the only reason why they're winning. The defense.
Well, look, we're gonna find out on Sunday when we play them, December 14th against the Broncos. It is kind of a big deal for us. We have to beat them, but not just because we need the win, but we're in a tough division. This division is not going to give any slack. The Lions and the Bears aren't going to quit this year. Like, it's going to be incredibly complicated going down to the final game. And when we play the Bears the second time, if we sweep them, I think we'll be fine. But if we lose,
Oh, y'all are definitely about to lose this next
I
game.
don't know about that.
No. Y'all skinned y'all's teeth on the Bears, and they didn't learn y'all's formula. Y'all are about to lose this next game, sir.
I mean, if we talk about history,
I can give
on
it.
our side.
I can give it to you. Once again, I gave you that last win, right?
History's
Clean
on our
cut,
side.
clean cut, no excuses. Y'all are not winning this next game
Okay.
against the Bears.
Well-
There's no way.
So, okay. We'll
No
see.
way.
We'll see how it goes.
Thinking
through the process in my head, what it's going to take for the Bears to actually beat us.
just be the Bears. They just
That's.
have to
I
be
hope
the
they
Bears.
are just the Bears because please, we've
If
won
the Packers
so
are being
many
the
years against the Bears.
Packers, then you
If
know,
the Packers are being the Packers, we're good. And if the Bears are being the Bears, we're just great. We're not
I'll take the Bears.
Okay.
I'll take the Bears every time. Honestly, I would have lost last time, but I guarantee you, I don't win this. I don't lose this time. So.
Okay. So what do you think about the upcoming Bills and Patriots game?
The Bills are going to take, but it's not going to be as fun as it was last week when they got their win.
Okay.
The Bills are going to take Josh Allen, and they just got to get something done in Buffalo. I don't know what's going on in Buffalo. To be a fly on the wall. I know I say this all the time. To be a fly on the wall in that locker room, we need to figure out what is going on.
They're missing a lot of pieces is what it is, and I think a lot of it's just coaching and management. I mean, they fell apart. Josh Allen can't do it by himself all the time. I mean, it just doesn't work.
I agree. James Cook is supposed to be a factor. He's not actually a factor.
He's
this
really
year.
not. He's
not
not getting the
actually a factor
touchdowns
this
like
year.
he was at the beginning of the year.
Nope.
He's struggling to get the yards, and some of that's the offensive line, but the receiving game is just not. It's not there.
Now, when it comes to the Patriots,
Well-
everything's there for them.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Patriots have what it takes to actually be a Super Bowl team this year.
I think so too. I actually think there would be one of the 2 or 3 teams that I would pick out of the AFC that I think is going to be.
I
in the
think
Super
they
Bowl.
have a solid chance at the Super Bowl this year. As long as they keep it consistent at what they're doing, there's nobody stopping Drake.
I'm just saying, Drake May's on an MVP run.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's nobody stopping
He ain't
Drake
trying
May.
to slow down.
Drake May, he's got the accuracy, he's got the talent, he's got the speed, he got that.
Like, you know, Brady's been hyping him up, so you know, like, he's got a lot of pressure on him, and he's done well standing up to the pressure. I mean, he's coming in with. The Patriots have had some rough seasons after Tom Brady left. They've struggled immensely. They've not been able to find a good quarterback. They've struggled to find actually really anything. Their defense has done fine for the most part, but their offense has always been missing multiple pieces, whether it's the receiving position, running backs, whether it's been on the offensive line, the quarterbacks, the whole 9 yards. No matter where you go, the Patriots have been missing pieces. But Drake May has came in, and he's done something this year that I'm actually rather impressed.
I'm very impressed. The Patriots have actually been playing great ball. Like, all around, defensively, offensively, it's just been great to watch. Every game, there's nothing boring going on. You're getting your touchdowns, you're getting your defense. You like to watch the Patriots play this year. And, you know, it's been a while for me since I could say that.
Yeah, I was not a huge Patriot. I was not a Patriot fan whatsoever.
When Tom was there.
When Tom was there, exactly. Because I got tired, the same way with the Chiefs. I get tired of the repetitive over and over repeating of even if they're losing, but they're still going to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You know, it gets old watching those matchups year after year. It's like, come on, give us something a little bit different. And when you were seeing Patriots versus whoever, you know, you're like, okay, well, the NFC might give us something, but then you just know, okay, well, they're going to play the Patriots. So probably 9 times out of 10 they're going to lose. So nothing the NFC would offer up for those years rarely ever mattered against the Patriots. When it did, you still were like, you know, next year they'll just rebound and be right back at it. So the same way with the Chiefs. There for a while, it's been, here we go again. And I remember saying last year, watch the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl before the season even started. Sure enough, they may have lost.
They didn't deserve to be there last year.
They did not. I can't stand the fact that.
And their record doesn't show that, but they didn't.
They played poorly. They've not been doing, honestly, since Mahomes lost Tyreek Hill. His numbers have just over 8 years.
They need to bring him back.
Down. Well,
bring him back.
You know what? Yeah, go ahead. Bring him back.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Put him out there with Rice and Worthy and see what we can do. Like, let's go ahead and bring him back. I get it. He was cocky. He was arrogant. He decided he wanted to leave. Bring him back. Y'all are gonna have an immaculate team if y'all do.
Well, there's a lot of drama though still surrounding the Chiefs. There's so much going on there. I know you have your opinions on that. So
yeah, I do. But I'm gonna leave those for the next episode. But Metro, like I said, we love to do this, and
Absolutely.
we missed y'all over this holiday break. Make sure y'all tune in to the next episode,
where we will talk about how good Louisville is still doing.
Doubtful. Peace.